All right, we are live. We just want to talk about the upcoming school vacation. And I think some people wanted to talk about maybe books. There were some talks on social media about people who wanted to talk about books. So, welcome. My name is Greg, also known as Greg the Brave. And if you'd like, you can check out gregthebrave.com. That is my website, and that will give you a chance to read a little about my life as a father, a husband, a former foster parent. I have been back in the workforce for about 2 years now. So go ahead and just sound off with the comments, whoever you are. If you are a stay at home parent, if you're an empty nester, if you're a bookworm, just go ahead and tell me what you're thinking. We've got some stuff going on in the South Shore of Massachusetts. Also, if you are looking for some things to do, if you are looking to find out a little more about who I am and the work I do, you can check out my Facebook page, Parenting Stories, Not Advice for Parents. And that will also give you some links to the blog, to the website, and it will give you a little more insight to what it is I do and what it is that I talk about. All right, so let's talk about April vacation, which is starting next week. Your little miracles of Christ are they have to live through one more day before they are on vacation for a week. And we've got some. We've got some things that we would like to talk about. So let's start with the New Bedford Whaling Museum on Johnny Cake Road in New Bedford. The New Bedford Whaling Museum is doing a week of children's activities during April vacation week, and this is going to be starting on Monday, April 20th. Monday, April 20th, they are starting a week of activities. You can purchase museum tickets at the New Bedford Whaling Museum's website. There is also a free admission day, which is going to be, I believe it's going to be on Monday. Uh, double check on that website. I'm fairly certain it's going to be Monday is going to be the free admission day, and that is going to happen through the generosity of the Highland Street Foundation. So on Monday, you're going to be having some animal introductions. You will see an inflatable whale, a make and take craft, giving kids the chance to work on arts and crafts. They can take it home. That will be happening all day, starting at 10:30 a.m., running until 3:30 p.m. Pardon me. Story time in the kids' corner starting at 11. And also starting at 11 is going to be a squid dissection workshop. And if you want to participate in that, you need to pre-register for this. So you can pre-register on the New Bedford Whaling Museum's website, or if you'd like, you can check out my own website. On my own website, gregthebrave.com, and they will give you some information on how you can register for that. Hands-on activity, ROVs, and fish in the sea starting at 1 o'clock, and also story time in the Sailor's Nook starting. Hands-on activity is starting at 1. Story time in the Sailor's Nook is going to start at 2:30, running until 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is a costume parade, and then there will be aquarium feeding at 3:15. So again, Monday is going to be the only time that the only day that you can get in for free. And once again, we'd like to thank the Highland Street Foundation. I had to go back and take a look at that. Moving on to Tuesday, it's pretty much going to be the same activities, just different themes. For instance, the make and take craft on Tuesday is going to be feed a whale. Um, the hands-on activity is going to be animal adaptations and pufferfish. Again, another costume parade, squid dissection at 11. Squid dissection will be happening every day at 11, but you will also be required to register for that separately. Wednesday, April 22nd, is going to be Earth Day. There are also different themes for these days. The theme for Monday is going to be Ocean Explorers Discovering the Deep. The theme for Tuesday is going to be whales, fisheries, and open and ocean food webs. And the theme for Wednesday is going to be ocean weather and climate. This is going to give you on Wednesday the chance to celebrate Earth Day and learn about ocean currents, hurricanes, and the impacts of climate change and sea level rise. Once again, you will be able to purchase tickets through the museum's website, and I also have a link on my own website on gregthebrave.com, and that will give you the opportunity to purchase tickets for that specific day. Um, you are the ticket does give you access to all of the activities, with the exception of the squid dissection. Once again, the squid dissection starting at 11 o'clock in the morning does require pre-registration. So the theme for the make and take craft on Wednesday is going to be the ocean and weather windsock. Hands-on activity will be a sun catcher starting at 1 o'clock, and we will also have the costume parade at 3 o'clock, aquarium feeding at 3:15. Thursday, April 23rd, the theme for that day is going to be coastal creatures and habitats. On Thursday, you will explore salt marsh ecosystems, tidal and intertidal zones, and the adaptations of coastal animals. The make and take craft for Thursday, the 23rd, is going to be hidden in a salt marsh, and that's going to start at 10:30 a.m. Hands-on activity starting at 1 o'clock is going to be the paper plate tide pool, and you will also have the usual activity story time at 2:30, costume parade at 3 o'clock. 3:15 is going to be the aquarium feeding and animal introductions. Friday, the 24th, theme will be ocean protectors, pollution, and solutions. On Friday, you and your family will be able to celebrate Massachusetts Right Whale Day and learn about the dangers of marine debris, threats to whales, and conservation solutions. Aquarium feeding will be starting at 9:30, and the make and take craft starting at 10:30 is going to be the Save the Whale bumper stickers, running from 10:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. Story time in the kids' corner. That's going to be happening at 11. Hands-on activity is going to be recycled ocean animal collages, beginning at 1, running until 2:30 in the afternoon. Story time in the Sailor's Nook at 2:30. The costume parade that day will be 3 o'clock. So that's a list of the things happening at the New Bedford Whaling Museum for school vacation week, beginning on April 20th. I've been to the museum a few times and I like it. It's a lot of fun. Of course, I'm a history buff, so there's that. Um, but there's also a lot of things to do for the kids. And there is a lot of things to try out, and a lot of things that you can do a lot with your family. um, Maybe if you're watching the kitties, or if there's you're looking for something to look at a few times. I'm just checking up on the social media. I'm just checking up on the social media to see if anyone has jumped on, and there isn't. So we can keep talking about this. I'm looking forward to maybe sleeping in, because I'm not going to be able to get the kids up for them to make the bus. So that's a good thing. And my kids, they will be sleeping in, enjoying the free time. And I'm just letting my friends on social media know that I'm around, and they can say hello. How you doing? I also welcome your comments. You can jump on the comment box, and this is let's see what happens. I'm hoping this is something that is going to catch on. And if you like what's happening, by all means, let me know. And if you don't know what you'd like, if I'm not saying something that you'd like me to talk about, you can let me know about that too. Now, we also have some other events going on. I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm just going to scroll through. I wrote some things earlier, and I got to find what's going on. All right, let's talk about the Stoughton Public Library. Thank you for your patience. So, the Stoughton Public Library is going to be doing a few things during the month of April. If you are at the family story time today at the Stoughton Library, by all means, feel free to reach out. Let me know what you thought of that. The library was also doing teddy bear story time on Wednesday evenings. That starts at 6 o'clock. Children can bring their stuffed animals with them, and there will be a story time. You can also check out Drop In Chess, that is for ages 5 to 12, and you can come in. Um, you can learn about chess, but they would like anyone coming into play to have some basic knowledge of the game. Tuesdays, teenagers can visit the Teen Space, open Tuesday to Thursday from 2:30 to 4:45 in the afternoon. The Teen Space has gaming systems, arts and crafts, board games, and card games. It's a place to check things out at the Stoughton Library. Last Tuesday, I know Stoughton Reads Together was hosting a book discussion on The Widow's War by Sally Gunning. That started at 2 in the community library room. If you were at that, drop me a line. Let me know how that went. I'm sure we'd love to know how much you enjoyed that. So that's about everything that's going on. I will be jumping on sporadically. I'm not going to have a set time in the right now, but as things fall into a bit of a pattern, hopefully we can have a set time where we can all get together and talk about what's on our mind and listen to what other people have on their mind. Of course, there is a work schedule that I have, and it's not always predictable when you are dealing with a full time job. But again, I'm going to do what I can to get here as much as often as I can, and give people a chance to listen about what is going on, and to discuss what is on their mind. So, once again, I want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank you for spending some time here. Shoot me a message on threads. I am Greg the Brave, Greg underscore the underscore Brave. On Blue Skies, you can find me at greggorman.bsky.social. Mastodon, I am at Greg the Brave. That is one word. Um, those are my most active, the most active. So by all means, drop me a line. Tell me what you're thinking about. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll talk to you later on.